Okay, very good.
Good morning and welcome to episode 1459 of Hard Factor. It is Friday, May 10th, 2024. Thank you for cheating on the news with us. 80% accuracy guaranteed. Everything you need to know in 40-ish minutes or less. But if you need more, go to patreon.com/Hard Factor for up to 3 weekly bonus podcasts. Today, Wes has Elon's world.
Yeah, gonna see what's up with Elon, the Neuralink, his habits, how he, does things as a person, the weirdo that he is.
Yeah.
Nice. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Is he showing off on is he fat again or did he lose the weight?
I don't know. I think he's pretty normal, back to normal. I think.
I like Fat Elon the best when he looked like a beluga whale. Give me that Elon.
Fat pale Elon is prime on a yacht.
Yeah, I miss fat pale Elon, man. I don't like. Well, he hasn't really gotten that fit. He's not like Bezos fit. He's still kind of chunky and gross.
No, yeah, he's just. But you can't call him fat
from a chunky gross guy.
Right. No, I get it. I like him when he joins our crew. I want Elon to be fat with me.
Misery loves company.
Yeah.
Come on in. Come on in, Elon.
Sad to see when you
treat yourself.
Yeah. Pat's got a new commercial pitch for us.
Yeah, I sometimes I think it's fun to explore, other lives I've had professionally, and one of them was for a short time making commercials. So it's a fun little exercise. I'm gonna pitch.
We
you
never
guys
hear about
idea.
your other endeavors. This will be new. No,
because it's
no,
spin.
It's yeah.
It's a treat. It's an end of the week treat.
This will be brand new.
Stuff. Well, you guys want to share your other endeavors?
No, it's boring.
Oh no, what was it? Mark told his Wales story again. For you? I've never listened to it before. I didn't live in Wales.
You guys want a spreadsheet, a project plan, something? You get something like that? I got you. Pat's got a commercial for us. I've got DC heating up for election season.
Beautiful.
One of my favorite times.
It's hot. It's got to be.
Yeah, and this one's going to be crazier than ever because look at the options. And then Mark's got some good decisions on paper that didn't work out.
Yeah, they didn't. You got a good idea, but you don't. You got to play it all the way out. Sometimes think about these people did not play it all the way out. They ended on this is a good idea. Let's run with it.
Yeah,
guys, real quick. I was editing some wedding photos earlier today, and I told Mark. No, I'm just kidding.
Got him.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah.
I just kid, Pat. Come on, you do. We love you and we're happy for you and all that stuff. What do you want? What do you want? It's a comedy show. What do you want?
That's right.
Nothing.
Yeah.
What do you want?
What do you want? Let's do the show.
Success. Fame.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Money.
Yeah. That's right.
So I don't have to do anything.
No, I sent Mark a picture of an Asian wedding I was editing earlier today, and I said, when I edit these Asian weddings, sometimes it's really hard for me to tell if when their eyes are open. And then I said,
not only did you send it to me, but you sent it to my wife too. I don't know if you meant to do that.
I did. Well, she's got a good sense of humor. And then I said, the irony of it is that I have to squint to see if they're open.
It's exactly what he texted with a picture of 4 Asian women.
Yeah. I don't know if that's ironic though, but yeah.
Of me squinting to see if their eyes are open. That's irony, isn't it?
Shoes on the other foot now.
Yeah, maybe more of a shoe on the other foot.
Midday Wes.
Spice everybody's day up with that text.
Any other stories from work?
You know who'd like this? Wes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just send it to me, Wes. Yeah.
Oh, Allie didn't like it.
No, I haven't talked to her about it. She didn't respond to it, I don't think. But
she didn't give a laughy on it.
No, I don't think so.
No.
Wes and I also send each other like Down syndrome videos and stuff like from the internet. The guy's cooking. I sent him one of a guy trying to play basketball the other day. He kept hitting himself in the head. But
that's a good one.
Yeah. That's me and Wes.
Yep. It's our relationship.
We used to have a podcast called Diet Starts Tomorrow, and Wes and Mark's segment was the dark room.
Yeah.
Dark room.
You got a little glimpse of it right there. Yeah. All right. I had some coffee before the show.
I've got an Asian kid. I can make all the Asian jokes I want, right?
We'll punch you. Who's up? Who's going first?
I am. Let's get into it. Guys, we all have rituals to help us fall asleep, right? Some people watch TV, podcast, ASMR, jerk off, have sex, right? My favorite thing to do is watch this Southern woman make sandwiches on her ASMR channel. It's my favorite ASMR to watch. Someone making sandwiches and talking lightly. Maybe jerk off, drink a glass of milk, cuddle with a chihuahua, normal stuff. How about you guys? What are your
put you right out?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What are your rituals to help you fall asleep?
Are there rituals or methods? Because I think there's two different things. Like a ritual is like hey,
what do you usually do to help you fall
teeth,
asleep? What do you usually do to help you fall
book.
asleep? What do you usually
like I can't sleep? What can I try?
What do you usually do to help you fall asleep?
Melatonin.
Melatonin. Mm-hmm.
Melatonin. If I really, really can't fall asleep, like if I'm really fighting it, like really have been fighting all night, I pop a 20 milligram Adderall. That gives me 40 minutes of sleep and then guaranteed no sleep for the rest of the time. But that's a last resort. Fuck it, all right, I'm going to do it. It's like jumping in a pool. Masturbation, I'd say, is like the best.
Yeah. I can tell you what I'm going to do tonight, Wes. I'm going to watch a Southern lady make a sandwich on ASMR. I'm going to jerk off. I'm going to drink a glass of milk, and then I'm going to cuddle my pet.
Really, the best is sex because
that sounded awesome.
Put you right out.
The best is sex because it's like the masturbation, except you also get the physical exertion, which helps to deplete your energy even more. So that's the number one plus melatonin, and then the next would be the jacking off with melatonin.
Sure. Yeah, there's no cleanup. And Wes gets that same physical exertion from masturbation. So
yeah,
true.
Best of both worlds for
last while.
Tuckers me out.
Wes passes out after that.
Yeah, nearly tuckers me out. Well, Elon Musk, the weirdo that he is, has revealed the way in which he falls asleep. According to the Daily Mail, he was at the Milken Global Conference in Los Angeles, and he told the panel there that listening to podcasts about one of his greatest fears is what he does to help him fall asleep. And he likes to listen to the series about the fall of civilizations, a topic which he also noted is one of his greatest anxieties.
Why? Oh, because he's like one of the richest guys in the world, so he knows he would be like one of the first to get got. Like if the underlings all rose up, they would not be happy with Elon,
I guess. Anything that's a civilization risk, Musk says that puts him right out. Anything that gives him anxiety, he's sleeping like a baby.
He's not worried about rent, Will. So
right. Yeah.
Right.
I guess if you're the richest dude in the world, right, you must take on some responsibilities in your head for things, right? That like us plebes aren't bothered with.
Yeah.
Like a civilization falling. That's kind of on you, Elon.
Yeah, he thought he could save our world, which now he's almost given up on, which is why he wants to go to Mars, which he can save. He's constantly trying to save everything all the time.
He doesn't worry about paying rent, Mark. He worries about people who have to pay rent and what they might do one day, because there's a lot more of them than him. Or conversely, Pat, like when you think about the defense contractors right now, they're really trying to get the narrative right on this Israel-Gaza thing, right? Because that's giving them anxiety, the Gen Z kids, right? So maybe Elon, I don't know, if one of those guys might listen to, I don't know. Yeah.
There's a lot to stress about, and depending on what's going on with you, it's probably a little bit different than what's going on with Elon.
Either way, weird that stressful shit makes him go to sleep.
Yeah. It is strange.
Yeah. And I mean, maybe he's onto something. Maybe I should start watching or listening to podcasts titled "You're Gonna Die Alone and Broke," or watch Pitbull's Maul Asian Children. Maybe that'll put me to sleep.
That first one was called "A Look into the Future."
Yeah, I know. Mark, have you tried listening to the podcast? Your House is Full of Spiders.
Oh God, come on.
Pat, have you heard of the podcast titled "The Migrants Across the Street Are Going to Murder Your Family"?
Well, I mean, a more accurate podcast title would be "Leave Empty Bottles of Coronas in the shared yard."
Yeah. Will, have you heard the sports podcast Joe Biden Talks LSU Football?
Ooh. That would be a nightmare, bro.
I'll put you right out.
That would just enrage me. I don't think I could go to sleep. I would
Go Tigres, Jack.
Well, it's the opposite, right? The opposite of what you think will put you to sleep. So give him a
Of course,
try.
Biden, listening to Biden in general, that'll put you to sleep. For sure.
Yeah. Well, I used to listen to like those Reddit "Let's Not Meet" and like the scariest stories on
Let's
YouTube.
not meet for a sleep situation.
I would I loved doing that until one night I woke up with like one of the worst night terrors I've ever had, and my wife was like, "Let's not do that anymore."
Let's not meet. Let's not meet anymore.
Yeah.
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 Elon also said that he fears anything that undermines the foundations of democracy in America or elsewhere, or anything that's leading us away from a merit-based system. He also stated that a single world government could lead to societal collapse, and he believes that humans will need to merge with machines to avoid becoming obsolete. Hence, the Neuralink. Yeah. And
he knows that unchecked humans got us where we are today, and then any attempt to adjust that, not necessarily on direct merit, is an attempt to fix what just humans will do if you leave them unchecked, right? He knows that, right?
Yes, he does know that.
No, he doesn't know that.
Did you guys see The Creator?
Pat, that's exactly why he wants to make everybody Mega Man. That's
right.
Yeah. Merit based.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil The Creator, but boy, do they make AI to be a martyr.
Which one's The Creator?
It's the new one where they were like rooting for AI over humans.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah.
Oh.
Very clever.
Yeah. Well,
there's gonna be more like that. It's not. I mean,
Yeah. Was it written by AI?
potentially.
I don't know, but Elon's well on his way to merging the machines with humans. As we all know, the Neuralink was just implanted into Nolan Arbaugh in January. And then, last month we saw that awesome video of him moving that cursor around with his brain, playing video games again. He's now he's paralyzed from the shoulders down. However, the chip gave him a new lease on life to be more independent. It's going great, according to that article. But that article is a little dated because new news is that the first patient to receive the Neuralink is in trouble because it is malfunctioning. Okay. And he might have to go back to being paralyzed from the shoulders down again. If,
Yeah, but I think that's why we I mean, not to his face, but we call him nothing to lose Nolan, the first guy, right?
Yeah.
He signed on the dotted line, right?
You got to be in nothing to lose. I mean, it sucks to go back to paralyzed, but
You know what you're getting into with Gen 1 Neuralink implant. And I mean, it was probably like if you asked any paralyzed guy, would you want to be able to use your brain to move around a cursor for, a month and then lose the ability? Most of them would probably say yes, right?
Yeah.
That's a lot like first pig heart guy last year. That was a nervous celebration.
yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
yeah.
You did it.
Well, they did it on a felon though. So they knew how it was going to go.
You sitting over there, you paralyzed? Come here, let me ask you something.
You down on your luck and paralyzed? Hey, so the chip is malfunctioning according to new reports.
What does that mean?
I guess so. Okay, here's the article says Neuralink's chip contains 1,024 electrodes across 64 threads, which are thinner than a strand of human hair, that are programmed to gather data about the brain's neural activity and movement intention, and send that data to the computer for decoding to transform the thoughts into action. Right. However, since that awesome video where Nolan was moving that cursor around really fast with his brain, quote, a number of threads retracted from Nolan's brain, resulting in a net decrease in the number of effective electrodes. Okay. As a result, Neuralink was not able to measure how effectively its system of electrodes and threads was performing in Nolan's brain. Okay.
So they paralyzed his brain.
Possibly. Of the malfunction, Nolan said, one day I'm moving my cursors with my brain, and the next I have a giant headache. Get this thing out of my brain. No, actually, he's okay. And what the team is saying is that they're now monitoring Nolan, and in response to this change, they modified the recording algorithm to be more sensitive to neural population signals, whatever that means, and improve the techniques to translate these signals into cursor movements, because we all know Nolan loves his cursor movements, and enhance the user interface. So what they're saying is, thank God this thing malfunctioned, because now Nolan's moving that cursor like the Flash. You can't stop him from moving the cursor. So
they got to adjust the software behind the hardware.
So it's actually he actually improved his cursor performance.
Did they show Nolan? Something tells me Nolan's already dead, like those mice, and that Gen 2 might be a little bit better.
It might
Agreed.
be.
Does Nolan have a twin? Do you think
Yeah.
when Nolan calls a prostitute over, he refers to his dong as his cursor, and it's like,
Yeah.
all right, I'm gonna start moving my cursor, and then you gotta move my other cursor.
How about you put your mouth on my cursor?
Right, because then he gets all the tabs open.
Yeah.
So he can only just watch without the prostitute.
Yeah. Anyway, they did think about removing the chip from Nolan's brain, but said, hey, gotta juice a few lemons to make lemonade. Is that the saying? Crack
Something
a few
like
eggs to make an omelet. Anyway,
you have to fry a few paralyzed guys to make it.
Nullify a
Hey,
few
so-
Nolans.
It sounds like he's fine.
he's fine. He's actually better than fine. He's better than he was. So again, the malfunction taught them some things about the Neuralink. So they're claiming it was actually beneficiary. So that's good news. But, guys, we all have things to worry about. Nolan worries about becoming paralyzed again. Mark worries about spiders. Will Biden, Pat migrants, me, 1,000 different things. And this show is sponsored by BetterHelp.
Whether your racist midday tweet is going to play or not.
I'm going to throw his wife on this one.
Yeah, she'll like it.
We had
Asian jokes.
a fun thread going. I thought I'd continue it.
We did. Thank you for watching the dog. You kept it going. She
Yeah,
loves you.
Yeah,
You know,
I know.
but
I know.
all right.
Well,
Okay. All right.
She's got a good sense of humor. Anyway, we all carry around different stressors, big and small. When we keep them bottled up, it can start to affect us negatively. Therapy is a safe space to get things off your chest, to figure out how to work through whatever's weighing you down. Therapy has worked wonders in my life. I know that the number of the guys on the show also are using BetterHelp. And if there's anything worrying you, don't keep it bottled up. Go talk to someone. You will feel 1,000 times better, I promise. And if you're thinking about starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire, get matched with a licensed therapist, and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. So get it off your chest with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/hardfactor today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/hardfactor.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Thank you for sponsoring the show.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Wes.
Mhm.
All right, guys, I'm going to take you I've done a lot of things in my life at 38 years old, a lot more than these guys. So what I like to do is tell them about things that I've done that they might not know about. Okay, one thing I did for a little bit was made commercials. Okay, I even made it one national one, which stunk, I'll be honest with you. It was a Paycom commercial. They are now running national ads all the time that I'm not making.
I've been national TV before.
Yeah, you've made national TV?
Yeah, I have to. Yeah.
Well, which national TV commercials did you guys produce?
Pink's all
TV shows.
TV shows. Pink's all.
I'm sorry. I should have clarified. I have also made national TV shows, but what you guys haven't done that I've done is made national commercials. Different,
yeah.
okay?
Seems like a step down. But.
No, I mean, I've done both, so it's tough to say.
A bunch of the listeners have. They send in about it all.
Well, the Hive is smart.
I was almost on that new Netflix doc, but they passed on us.
Yeah.
I've been on a reality TV show, Cried, national TV.
That's true.
I was actually a star on that show.
one of 8 deadbeat dads. Anyway, okay, so a little bit of inside baseball. Here's how it works. A company has a product, okay? They're about to roll it out. Usually they go to an ad agency, and the ad agency says, cool product. Give us a month. They play with the product. They look at the company's branding, and they get in a room, an idea room, and they all kick ideas around, and they come back to the company and say, hey, company, we got it. The next big ad campaign, the next big commercial to introduce your product. And I thought it'd be fun today to try something like that out. Now, I want you guys to be, I don't know, Apple computers, made in California. And I'll be, I don't know if Shy Day still does their commercials, but they did forever. I'll be Shy Day. And let's say you guys as Apple, I don't know, have a new M4 iPad coming out. Okay? That's the product. So I just came back from a month with the boys and the girls in the idea room. And here's my commercial.
Right.
Okay.
All right. So we open on a gigantic warehouse room. It's dimly lit. And then click, click, click. The lights from the warehouse above come on to reveal, what is that? What is that in the distance? Is that a gigantic pneumatic press floor to ceiling in a warehouse, close in on a metronome that clicks on, and then a record player that whirls to life. And we pull back out to see that press is filled. And this press is huge, like a giant, like a city block sized pneumatic press. And in the distance, you can see it's filled with like stuff from floor to ceiling. And it comes into focus, and we see a piano and some speakers, paints, drums, some books, the great works, Gulliver's Travels, maybe the Iliad, the Odyssey, a sculpted bust of David. We got pencils, a video game cabinet. It's a smorgasbord. All the stuff. What are they? Are those tools? Yeah, it's a pneumatic press filled floor to ceiling with tools. And then a giant machine noise clicks on. Close in on the trumpet, which is the top of the pyramid of stuff. Tools that humans have developed for the last 2,000 years. And the trumpet all of a sudden starts to bend. That's right. Someone has pressed the pneumatic press on, guys.
Whoa.
Sonny and Cher's Let It All Go plays in the background. A juxtaposition. Chill 70s music to the press crushing down. The trumpet smashed. The video game cabinet smashed. What's that? There's a bunch of paints on top of a piano. Blues, yellows, pinks, reds. Smash! Filling the camera with paint. The metronome crushed. The Statue of David crushed. Camera lenses blow out as the pneumatic press goes all the way to the bottom, and boom, a poof of dust. iPad, the thinnest we've ever made. What do you guys think?
Ooh.
All those tools. Do you hand out acid before doing those pitches, or like what's the?
No, no. Advertising is our acid, Will.
This would have worked a lot better if it was a new ultra thin condom.
You're right. That's a great idea. That's a great
take
idea.
Take this exact idea and just make it the newest, thinnest condom, and I'm in.
I would. Yeah, I would just think off the bat, if I'm getting that pitch, I'm like, wow, that's a lot of things.
Yeah.
Okay, but it doesn't matter.
10-minute long commercial.
No, I mean that's all 30 seconds what he just described.
30-second commercial. Pitch is longer than the commercial. I got to get the setup and bring you in.
No. I get it.
I know.
It's just a lot.
It's a joke.
Sounds like a seizure-inducing commercial.
It's like a CGI situation.
No,
Yeah.
it's all practical, guys. Well, what if I told you that's not just a pitch, okay? That's a real commercial. Here, you have it. And look, I took out the Sonny and Cher music and I dubbed in a man playing the tuba poorly. So here we go.
Okay.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Records playing. Oh, wow. All right.
Okay.
I'm just gonna destroy all this shit.
This is an expensive commercial.
Very expensive. It's just video game equipment, pianos, all smash.
I love pneumatic press videos, though. They're awesome.
Yeah, it's like they're basically doing a viral video.
Yeah.
As a commercial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will it
Yeah.
crush?
Some would say that they're literally crushing people's dreams, industries, and skill sets that they've spent their entire lives developing.
Yes.
Absolutely just taking away all artistic expression
Okay,
and
that was cool. The eyeballs popping out of that little thing. Like
crushing
that.
it down into an iPad.
Yeah. Well, now it's because Pat, you'll never need any of those things again. You can do them all on the thinnest iPad Pro ever.
This makes me want to make a commercial where I press down the iPad and it immediately breaks. I'm like, what the fuck?
That'd be a great commercial. But people are pissed, guys. Artists are real big mad and say, did you have to smash the guitar, the trumpet, the bust of David, the sculpting tools, the camera lenses? Oh, artists are big mad about this.
The point,
I kind of liked it. To be honest,
you liked it?
I like pneumatic press videos.
it's just like it's just
They got
it's
Wes.
just like
I like
fun
things.
time.
I like watching things smash. Like I like to watch the garbage truck smash the garbage.
I mean, I think they're reading too far into it.
And then back
like
to
it's
bed.
like they're just saying like if you could, they're not saying you can't have a guitar anymore. They're saying that if you wanted to do the guitar on the iPad, you sure could.
They're saying you won't have the opportunity to have a guitar anymore.
No, that's not what they're saying. That all that shit is on the iPad.
Is a tool on the iPad.
I'm
Yeah.
indifferent to it, but I think the guy who pitched it's a hell of a salesman to get that all set up and done.
Get that budget? Yeah.
Yeah.
For that.
Yeah.
I mean, that was an expensive commercial.
Build that press. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
press is expensive.
Well, whoever pitched it is probably in the hot water because Tim Cook has had to apologize.
Really?
Yeah,
for that?
big time. I mean, it's pretty offensive, bro. artist wages are down. Apple wages are up.
Okay, would it be? Let me ask you this: would it be offensive if Kindle came out with a similar commercial and it just took books and smashed them into a Kindle?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think it was the fact that they touched literally every corner of every creative industry and threatened them metaphorically with a pneumatic press, crushing.
How is that
It's
threatening?
the symbolism.
It's not threatening. They're saying you could use it too because it just has these tools on there.
Here would be a good analogy. Imagine that same pneumatic press video, and you got like a plumber and like an electrician, and a lineman, and a carpenter, and they're all like working on different things, and then it crushes them, and then the blood shoots out, and then it comes back up, and a robot is there.
No.
It
would be their tools. It would be like if you were introducing the iPad of plumbing. And you could replace these 50 stupid fucking tools, and we can crush them and give you this one iPad of plumbing. It's not people. They weren't crushing the people. It's like, I don't understand.
What about this? A group of Mexicans, and the pneumatic press presses the Mexicans, and then a 3D construction robot pops up.
Really?
I mean, again, crushing the people is a bad precedent. I feel like
that's why they're with objects.
I wouldn't say a 2D robot. He just got crushed by a pneumatic press. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm indifferent to it. I bet graphic designers are pumped. They're like, yeah.
Oh yeah, they're super pumped. Yeah.
I just
they have been since AI.
It seems a little oversensitive to be that upset about that.
It was a misstep. It was a misstep from a company that, well, look, since Stevie Jobs has been gone, they haven't been crushing the ad game, to be honest with you.
Didn't they have that weird one back in the day? The most famous Apple one, wasn't that like...
They did the 1984 commercial.
Yeah, that was kind of along those lines, right? Wasn't it sort of?
No, it was a disruption commercial. This is like out of a job commercial. I don't know, a little bit different.
I guess given the context of like so many people, like you say, not struggling and getting laid off in those industries specifically. Yeah,
but the iPad isn't a real threat to half of those fucking things. Like,
no. The technology, technology is a threat to all those industries, and Apple is a leader in that technological space.
It's also the tools that all artistic people use to edit and stuff. So like, because Macs and Apples are just way better than PC for that shit. So
like house painters aren't upset about the paint, right? Like they still have to paint the houses. The laptop's not going to do that, you know.
Yeah. Airport lounge piano players were pissed.
Yeah.
The trumpet union was upset.
Guitar makers probably pissed.
I saw the camera lens thing didn't bug me one bit.
Didn't bug you?
No.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It seems like
to smash my lenses like that every now and again.
If you could just bring a thin laptop instead of hunking around all that equipment at your weddings, wouldn't you write like that, Wes?
God, I would love that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, like in general, like people should.
Commercial's a dream.
Less offended.
Was this just so you could talk about your national commercial?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, the one I made or the one I acted in?
Both. I mean, we got to hear about both of them.
Nah.
Amazing. Thank you, Pat. No, that was very
no problem.
Very educational. You know, I know a lot more about.
That's one industry that I wish I had gotten in. Is all of us gotten into like making creative commercials like the Tim and Eric guys did with like Old Spice and stuff, because that's money.
Not too late.
Yeah,
it is too late. When I got that national commercial, I was definitely thinking that like this is we're gonna get the foot in there, and then bring the boys in, and then got fired pretty fast. And
no, it's too late.
Never called back.
No one hires a 40-year-old with no experience. It's not
not with Apple's
lie about
technology.
Your age.
We've been doing lots of sketches though. So
not with the tech that Apple's putting out, not these days.
It's possible. All right, I want to move on to election season, DC, stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's heating up, guys, and I'm not sure why I love election season, but I always have. I think most hate it, but for me, I just love it. Something about it, always been fun. Heating up again. Mark told us about RFK's brain worms last night, or yesterday's podcast. And if you don't believe me that it's heating up, just listen to the current president, President Biden, talking about former President Trump recently, the final candidate in the race.
Do you take that threat?
Seriously, just like I did January 6th. The guy is not a Democrat with a small d. I mean, he is
What
the idea. Look, you can't only love your country when you win. Number one.
Yeah. Huge D on that.
Oh,
Trump.
he meant Democrat with
Or
a
the-
small d. Like he didn't understand that
Right.
D is an abbreviation for dick. But
Huge D on Trump, according to Biden. And he just flipped Democrat and Republican, Pat. He didn't.
wow, unfortunate.
Yeah, that's a huge,
Huge
R.
D.
It was a huge R move from him there.
Right? Yeah.
It's heating up.
It's
Gonna get crazy this election season. Predictit.org/promo/hardfactor25 if you want to get $25 match on us in the stock market of politics. Biden currently 51 cents, which is basically a little bit better than even odds. Or I mean, a little bit worse than even odds. Trump 48 cents, a little bit better than even odds. And then RFK 6 cents, Newsom 5, Kamala 3. Everybody else 1. But look down there at the bottom, guys. See Vivek Ramaswamy?
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, old 1 cent Ramaswamy. He's not going to win, okay, the presidential election this time. No chance at all. Even after the Eminem rap in Iowa, he laid it all on the line. Didn't work out. But let's check in on him since it is election season. See how him and Ann Coulter are doing. Okay, here it is.
I brought on today somebody who I think has some thoughtful perspectives on the future direction of our country, of our conservative movement, and on this question of nationalism and national identity, somebody who I've been fascinated by for a long time and have interacted with on social media, but for the first time we're having at least live form conversation in the offline sense of it.
Long
Ann
intro.
Coulter. So Ann, thanks for coming on, and I'm looking forward to our conversation today.
Me too. Thanks for having me. That was a fantastic opening monologue. I too am a fan of yours. I'm going to make a point of disagreeing with you so that it will be fun. You are so bright and articulate, and I guess I can call you articulate since you're not an American black. Can't say that about them. That's derogatory. And that was a great opening segment. Lots of things to talk about there. Oh, and I agreed with many, many things you said during, in fact, probably more than most other candidates when you were running for president. But I still would not have voted for you because you're an Indian. We'll get back to that.
She got blacks and Indians in the first 30 seconds.
Is she on drugs?
Bro, no, that's just how racist Ann Coulter
Bro,
is.
she's been unhinged forever.
Holy shit.
Time out, Will. That's not fair. You didn't play the part where she got back to it and explained in context what she was talking about. She later went on to say it's because she hates the way they smell.
Right. Yep.
Yeah. She did
Yeah.
kind of wink at the camera when she said, if you're an Indian. She smiled a little bit.
And she goes, and
And
I'm not
plug your
talking
nose.
about the type.
Yeah.
We're talking about the lizard rapers.
Yeah, she gave it to him about all of her hatred of India. No, I mean she
Well,
just
she
really
got the blacks first for no reason, and then she got
Zero
Well,
reason.
yeah.
You know what?
An American black. I don't. An American black, dude.
Damn.
If you're not white, you're gonna get it from Ann Coulter. Okay, that's the bottom line. She's just and taking it to the internet. The guy that posted that video, Richard Hanaya, he says, "Gotta respect racism this pure." I mean,
Yeah.
it's impressive how racist she is, and just so. I mean, she does not care. She makes no bones about it. If you're not white, you're not right. And Ann Coulter.
This is the type of thing Wes and I would text each other. I'm interested in when she gets back to it, what she said, you know?
Yeah.
I think it was what you said. She's
Yeah.
like, you
You know
took
who loved
over all the
this is
7-Eleven.
Mark's wife.
Took over all the development jobs.
Can't wait to
Get her.
text my wife.
Get her in here.
Like to hear after a glass of wine.
That's. I think.
What the hell is her problem?
I wonder what her drug regimen is. Probably.
Oh.
Well, I think
Coulter.
you guys talked about the roast of Tom Brady on maybe like Let's Go, but which was great besides Ben Affleck. But remember that roast that Ann Coulter showed up and like every comedian just called her Satan the entire time?
Yeah.
Did she take it well?
No. Every joke was like, if you're here, who's running hell, and like stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah. My favorite part was how Giselle got upset about the jiu-jitsu instructor things.
Oh yeah, and Aaron Hernandez's ex-fiance was mad that they mentioned that he murdered 3 people. Like, okay.
Clear, a lot of people.
She didn't say sorry to the families of the deceased. She was more mad that they. Yeah.
And Brady got mad about the craft thing. It was like kind of a
Yeah.
He was protecting his like grandfather there in that moment. But I don't know. A lot of people have forgotten what roasts are about. They're about dirty jokes, people. Anyways, also over in DC, the Select Subcommittee on COVID Origins is putting the pressure on Fauci and EcoHealth Alliance to testify soon in Congress. And here's an email they got access to from Peter Daszak of EcoHealth Alliance, the guy who probably cooked up COVID in the Wuhan lab. He's replying to his lawyer. He says, "Great strategy, Jerry. Each day of delay helps. They're trying to book David for a public hearing between mine, May 1st, and Fauci's June 3rd. David's lawyers are trying to negotiate a delay, his till after Tony." Whew. So,
I mean, it's a common tactic and all that, and delay.
Let me devil's advocate here. If I was Fauci and I don't want to see Rand Paul again, whether I started COVID or not,
he's ugly, man.
No, I mean,
you mean to see him? I thought you meant to see him.
No, Rand Paul's not that ugly, but I mean, I just meant
they get into some dust ups for sure. This time, Fauci won't be the one with the gavel in his buddy's hands. And speaking of COVID, Ohio doctor Sherry Tenepany got her medical license revoked in 2023 after years of claiming that the COVID vaccines made you magnetic, like you could stick metal to your body, and then you're able to sync yourself with 5G cell towers. Anyways,
she's off the magnet ban.
Yeah,
she wrote out the magnet ban and she's back.
The Ohio Medical Board worked with her. Turns out, Mark, she's hilarious behind closed doors, I guess, and they voted to give back her medical license 7-2 on April 10th. So
to lighten things up a bit.
Yeah.
As Bob Dylan once said, the times they are a changing.
That was all-time next level clip ever since cameras, when she put the key on her forehead and then said, "Look, it sticks."
Yeah, I mean, sometimes that can just be sweat, but
could be
or a sticky key.
She thinks it's
really.
COVID.
It was a trick key. All right,
I've got a key. It'll stick right to your forehead.
It's a double-sided heads key. All right, I have a couple quick ones. These are good ideas that weren't thought all the way through. First up, there's a new portal between New York City and Dublin. That's what they're calling it, the portal. And I have a picture of it here. The portal, as you can see here, is like a large tire-shaped structure with a screen in the middle, and that screen serves as a 24/7 live stream between the two destinations, allowing real-time interaction between people in Dublin and people in Manhattan on 23rd and Broadway.
That's awesome.
So what? Homeless people are just showing their cocks all the time.
You're onto something, Wes. Here's the initial.
It's like mine.
My turn.
Go New York!
Welcome to New York!
We love Dublin!
Yay! So the first couple hours during broad daylight, it was great, and then the sun went down.
Yeah. And it's just a live cam of homeless people masturbating.
Yeah. Connecting people across the world.
Well, are they going to take it down because of all the homeless people jacking off in front of it?
Well, at first they were going to put it in other cities if it went well, but within about 6 hours, one guy got caught aggressively asking for a hot New Yorker's phone number. Another man was taken away aggressively by police for creepily standing in front of the portal and threatening to show his cock. And then, yes, of course, when it gets dark and people get drunk, especially between Dublin and New York, hopefully some titties too, but cocks be coming out.
It's a 6-hour difference or 7-hour difference, I think, in time. So, yeah.
So they were getting New York cocks in the morning.
What time is it? Here's my cock. What time is it?
The bar. Yeah.
Damn.
It's gonna have more. This portal's gonna have more images of genitals than the cloud.
So much cock wristwatch. The cock wristwatch is.
Yeah. What time is it? You rest your cock on your wrist.
You tell time.
Yeah. So that wasn't a very well thought out idea. Next one is also good in theory, but not thought all the way through. And this one takes place in Sacramento, California. A grandfather was watching his grandkid. Adorable, right?
Yeah.
Great. One thing is he wanted to get drunk.
Oh,
fair enough. He's probably retired. Fair enough. So he
sublet. My parents are watching my son right now, and I guarantee they just want to get drunk.
There you go. Well, they should listen to this story. Yeah. So what he did is he sublet the kid watching duties. Okay. Found someone else, a proxy, paid someone $20. The problem was it was a homeless lady who told him she was not capable of watching the kid, and please don't give me this kid. And he said, nah, you just take him, and gave her $20. And went to the bar.
You just gotta stay awake.
Yeah, I'll be back.
Can you do that?
Yeah.
That's rough. Who? Yeah, that's rough. That's rough for the parent that entrusted this person with a kid.
Hey, you uppers or you downers?
Yeah.
Uppers, here's your 20.
You probably should have known.
Congratulations. Get some meth.
Unfortunately, he was drunk when he handed the kid off, and then he got a lot drunker, which is why when he got out of the bar and he was so drunk, he forgot that he'd given the kid to the homeless lady, and he ran to the nearest cop saying, someone stole my grandson. They're trafficking my grandson.
Oh, he went right into the trafficking.
Yeah, right to the trafficking.
Is there a Wayfair around here?
He trafficked his grandson himself. Yeah.
He did, but the police didn't know that. So the police immediately went with canine units to look for the kid and found him within 30 minutes with a homeless lady at a homeless camp. And they brought him back. And they were like, what happened here? And he's like, oh, shit. Yeah, I did give him to her. And she goes, I told him, officers, that I was not capable of watching the kid. And he demanded that I take him to the thrift store. So I took the kid to the thrift store, but we were both bored out of our minds after about 5 minutes. So I took him back to the camp to get a bite to eat. And that's where he stayed, hearing tales of homeless people while eating baked beans.
That's where he grew up in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
He's seen some shit now.
He's an intermediate at banjo now.
Yeah. So that grandfather is probably not invited to Thanksgiving. And he didn't think it through. He thought, hey, someone can watch the kid since I'm going to go get drunk.
Yeah, hopefully that's a charge, right? They're going to charge him with something, right? I mean, that's
neglect probably.
Well, certainly drunk in public, because it was bad. You know what's bad? When the homeless lady tells the cops that he reeked of booze when they interacted. You don't want a homeless person saying you're too drunk. That's not good.
Yeah. One of two things happened
drunk's
here.
defense, though, he did pick a responsible homeless lady.
Yeah, she did a good job.
Yeah.
Right.
Took him back to her place. Yeah.
It's very possible that dad wasn't in kid's life growing up, so he didn't know that his dad was capable of just losing his child.
You can't leave your kid with anybody who you suspect would possibly do this.
Pat, this is generations of this happening in this family.
Or dad got a second chance and
I was left with a homeless person.
Yeah, it's like a coming of age ritual.
Yeah.
Honey, relax, okay? My dad was just like this with me when I was growing up, and you married me.
Yep. So, a couple of good ideas in theory. The portal's just a bunch of dicks.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
That's the week.
That's
the week. Yeah.
I'll
take us out. Fine. That's the week. Thank you for joining us. Check out patreon.com/hardfactor for 3 extra shows a week where we get real nasty with it. Spread the word. Tell some friends. But most importantly, we want you to get out there this weekend and have a great fucking weekend. We'll talk to you Monday.